Let's talk about how insanely secure the Bitcoin network is. The security of a network is measured in something called hash rate. Hash rate is the total number of computations per second that computers on the network are doing in order to secure and audit the network. So the more hash rate a network has, the more secure and audited it is, because the hash rate, that is the job the hash rate is doing. It is securing and auditing the network, which Bitcoin has somewhere between 95% and 98% of all the hash rate of all the cryptocurrencies in the entire world. Like, almost all the security is allocated to a single cryptocurrency, which is Bitcoin. The other 3 to 5% of the global hash rate is spread across 20,000 other coins, some of which use hash rate to secure them. Some of them use something else to secure them that is not very secure, called proof of stake, which is, I would never trust a proof of stake blockchain with any significant amount of wealth. And that's the way, for example, that is the way Ethereum is secured by something called proof of stake. I would not trust a proof of stake blockchain with any significant amount of wealth. What is hash rate? Well, hash rate is the number of computations per second that computers on the network are using to secure and audit the network. So right now, the total hash rate for the Bitcoin network is 650 exahashes. Well, a exahash is 1 quintillion routines per second. 1 quintillion. A block is not mined every second. A block is mined every 10 minutes. There's not only 650 quintillion processing routines per second. In order to mine a block, total amount of computational power to secure and audit the Bitcoin network every 10 minutes, which is how often every new block is created, is not in the quintillions, it's in the septillions. That just bizarre, mind-boggling amount of computations is what is securing and auditing the Bitcoin network. Now, if somebody wanted to try to compromise the Bitcoin network, one, it requires an enormous amount of electrical power to do that. Because first you have to have computing equipment that can do more than 400 sextillion processing routines, hashes per second. You have to have that, and then you have to power all of those, which takes somewhere in the ballpark of 0.1% of the world's electricity. So if somebody malicious said, I'm going to attack the Bitcoin network, one, you have to come up with an amount of processing power comparable to all of the Bitcoin equipment that's ever been sold. There's no way you can even get your hands on that much, computer processing power, no matter what you did. And then you'd have to come up with such a large, massive amount of power that it's essentially completely impossible. So for all of those reasons, essentially the Bitcoin network is just absolutely insane with regard to securing it, and any sort of attack vector is just completely non-economically viable, non-mathematically viable. It's just absolutely crazy.